Good for you.
Really
Well,
do.
how does that make you feel to be remembered like that all these years later? That must make you feel great.
Well, it does in a sense, but I mean, you still got to fight all those phony groups out there, you know, calling themselves the Platters. So I mean, that takes away from all the good that's going to happen to you. Period. You know.
Tell me about the phony groups, because you've told me you've spent more than $1 million fighting legal battles
Oh, yeah.
with all the other people calling themselves the Platters over the years. And it gets very complicated with all the people who claim to have some intellectual rights, property rights to the music, the name, the charts, whatever.
Well, actually, it's the demand is more than supply, and as a result of that, so many phony groups sprung up. Because, like I said, the demand for the name and the music was more than supply, and so all these phony groups sprung up, calling themselves the Platters, and is anybody saying what you know, like as an emergency for maybe 5 days? Then they'll go out and say so and so formerly with the Platters, so and so of the Platters. There's no ending to it. And people, the club owners and managers, and along with agents or whatever, they have no qualms about booking a phony group in a minute. They make a quick buck and run. You know, they hit the ground running with a phony group and charging all kinds of money.
Sounds like a full-time job, keeping track of all the pretenders the great pretenders out there. Right?
Well, it used to be because it's just it's so staggering what the harm they've done, you know, and it's just unbelievable. We could go on for the next 4 hours. I could tell you a different incident without repeating myself.
Well, let's talk about the group that we're going to be seeing at the Regal Players, because that's the group that you proudly bring to the Robinson Theater on Valentine's weekend. I understand that most of the current Platters have been with you 15 years, 20 years or more.
Right, exactly.
So you've been together for a long time
right,
and making that music. And
Right. Yeah,
longer
I put
than
together
most
everybody
groups.
myself. I handpicked everybody, you know.
You did.
Yeah, you know, and because they have the sound, they can do the sound, and they're very nice people to work with. And that's the most important thing, is picking nice people you can get along with. You know? And these people have the sound. You're going to hear the Platters, not anybody imitating, but you hear the Platters, because, you know, we worked hard at getting that right sound just right.
And Regal audiences will appreciate that, because Regal musicals in the summertime are known for their attention to authentic detail, to bringing the Broadway show as it was conceived originally.
Right.
Choreography,
they do.
the music, the full orchestra.
They're very famous
So
for
the
that.
same thing with the Platters. I mean, you bring not only the sound and the original harmonies, but you bring the moves too, and the staging.
Right, exactly right.
So we're going to see the staging that we saw on
Right.
Ebony Showcase in 1955.
Wow.
Wow, that's something. That's something.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a long run. It's been a good run, you know, and there's so many nice people that I got to thank for that, because, you know, without those people out there, you know, rooting for you, coming out to see you, where are you? You're nowhere, you know. But we were there 2 years ago, and the people just came out in droves, and it was wonderful. I loved it. I loved the way they treat you, and I love the food they got backstage.
Don't underestimate that. when you're booking a group, don't underestimate the importance of the goodies backstage.
Right.
Tell me about the most amazing, speaking of concerts, as you look back over a career of thousands of concerts, which concerts stick out in your mind? I know you were mentioning Warsaw, Poland.
Poland.
Before our interview
Touring
began.
in Poland was the greatest tour I ever did in my entire career.
Why is that?
Because the Polish people are so appreciative of your music. You cannot get on the stage and open with a song and go to the next one. You got to sing that song 2 or 3 times before you can go to another one.
Really?
And every concert is totally sold out before you get there. And the audience is just unbelievably receptive to your music. You know, it just overwhelms you with the reception you get from the Polish. They were great. I loved it.
So you'd open with Only You, for example.
No, you couldn't do that.
Why?
Well, we tried it one time, and so many people were in the restroom or getting sandwiches or wherever they were.
They missed Only You?
They missed Only You. And the owner came back screaming at me. He said, Herb, you got to sing Only You again. You cannot do that. You blah, 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 blah. And we had to sing it, like 3 times, so that everybody could hear it, really truthfully. No, you can't do that.
But even if you did it as a closing number, you'd have to do it maybe one more time, right? Because they just wanted to hear it.
In Poland, we had to do parts of it at least 5 times. We had to sing it at least 3 times in a row, then half of it, the other 4 times, and then the last part of it said Only You, because it's just too much.
Wow.
But I had to do that. Had to.
Talk about your encores.
Well, it was fantastic, man. I loved it.
Well, for your encores, you don't have to do different songs. You can just do the same song over and over again, and nobody would complain, right?
That's right, exactly right. I love Poland.
How much singing are you doing in the act these days? Are you singing the whole show, or do you?
No. I'm not. Actually, I'll just do 1 or 2 things because, number one, that's what you got the other guys for. Really, truthfully, that's what the other people are out there for. It's to showcase these people and showcase their talent or whatever. I do the selection, staging, and the whole 9 yards. You dig it, and let the rest of them have it.
Right.
In fact, I fell in getting on a ship over in Costa Rica, and so now I got to sit on a stool now. I cannot stand up there all that time because my hips won't allow me to do that.
Well, you look great and
Thank
you
you.
sound great. And
Thank you.
What do you think of music today? What do you like, and what don't you like?
I'll be honest with you, I don't like anything about the music today.
Really?
Terrible. The number 1 singers in America today have selected the worst songs I ever heard in my life to sing. I could never understand.
Rap is not your thing, I take
Rap
it.
is not only rap, but the other stuff, the ballads they're singing. I cannot believe that all that yelling and screaming and stuff, And it's just talent in America has gone down the drain. Nobody can sing those songs but those people who recorded them. You cannot walk out of a theater and be singing one of those rock people's songs because you can't remember it. And I heard some songs, like I said, from top people in America, and I just could not believe how bad they were. I'll be honest with you. I have to be totally honest. Being an entertainer myself, I have to be totally honest. I just could not believe how bad it was.
Well, when you leave a Platters concert, there are so many great tunes kicking around in your head. You can just pick any number of songs that's have stood the test of time, haven't they? All of these songs.
Well,
are just great.
I'm not judging these people by the Platters standards at all. I'm just judging them by musical standards. That's what I'm judging. I'm not judging by what we did or what we're doing. I'm just judging these people by musical standards. Who can come behind those people? What 15, 16-year-old can come behind these people and sing any of those songs they're putting out there? Who can do that? Nobody can. You can't even remember it. There's no melody to those songs.
Well, there's plenty of melody coming up on Valentine's weekend at the Robinson Theater adjacent to Waltham High School as Herb Reed and the Platters entertain the Regal Players audiences. And tickets are available at 781-891-5600, or you can go on the Regal Players website for more information. And you're in for a treat. And it has been such a treat to spend some time with you.
Thank you.
And to meet you, Herb Reed.
Thank you very much.
You're terrific. And,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And good health to you.
I need that. I need that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, really.
I'm Scott Wahle. Thank you for joining us.
Only you can make all this world seem right. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do, and I fill my heart with love for only